Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you guys a dream I had. So just a little background on the dreams that I usually have. Oh, it sounded like my fan was going out. For the most part, I can control my dreams and I can tell when I'm dreaming. I can tell the difference between a dream and real life. If that makes any kind of sense. So I really enjoy dreaming because it's just going into a different world and a different set of things, and I can do anything I want to do in those dreams. I know this probably sounds super crazy to you guys, but that's pretty much what it is. So Sunday night, I fell asleep about 9:30. Usually I can never fall asleep till like about midnight, 1, but I was just so exhausted. I was tired. My husband didn't fall asleep with me. He was out in the living room watching TV or something, and I was just like, I'm way too tired. I'm just gonna go lay down now. And he's like, okay, I'll be in there in a little bit. So I was like, all right, fine. So I came in here. I turned off the TV, turned off the lights, put my Pandora on, put the timer on, and just like laid down. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to bed. So I started to fall asleep. When I started to fall asleep, when I started to go into my dream. In my dream, I could see myself laying down on my bed, sleeping, and in my dream, I was dreaming. Okay, how can I explain this? In my dream, I was laying down dreaming that there was sound. Like in my dream, I had my eyes closed, I was laying there, and I could hear like footsteps in my room. Like if somebody was walking around, or you know, like when wood kind of like creaks. My floor really doesn't do that, but that's how I knew it was a dream, because I could hear like wood creaking sounds on the floor, and I could hear those footsteps, but my eyes were still closed in my dream. So I remember I woke up out of that dream, and I woke up in real life, and I was like, what the hell is that noise? Like, what's going on? And then there was nobody in the room still. My husband and my dog were both still outside. So I was like, okay, you're dreaming, you're in a dream. So it's just like those type of dreams kind of like freak me out a little bit. So I was like, okay, get it together, go back to sleep. It's nothing, it's just a dream. So I fell back to sleep. When I fell back to sleep the second time, I kind of went back to the same place in that dream, and again I could see myself laying down with my eyes closed, and since my eyes were closed, I couldn't see anything in my room, and I couldn't see what was going on, but I could hear the footsteps again, and I could hear people outside of my room like talking and stuff. So automatically in my dream, what I assumed, because like I said, I can kind of tell the difference and I can kind of control it. I remember my husband was out there playing, and my husband, when he plays his game, he has earphones on, so usually he's just talking really loud because all his friends are on the earphones or whatever. So that's what I assumed it was, like, you know, kind of logically telling myself, okay, it's just them trying to drown it out so you can continue dreaming. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then I ended up waking up again, and it's just because it was so loud, it would just wake me up. So it would wake me up. I kind of just look around and be like, okay, he's not in the room yet, so I'm gonna go back to sleep. I probably woke up every 2 hours, more or less. So I remember it was like midnight now, and he still hadn't came into the room. So I was like it usually doesn't bother me. So I just dozed back off. So when I dozed off, I dreamed myself again laying in bed, and this time there was a lady. I have this, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have a desk chair, that yellow desk, like old school desk chair, and that chair turned into like a lounge chair, one of those, like, I don't know, it's called like a chase or something, those long chairs, and the lady was sitting on that chair. Now this lady wasn't just like an ordinary, just random lady. She was a psychic, or like fortune teller, like medium style lady. And I see her sitting there, and she didn't bother me in my dream or anything. Again, I was still laying down on my bed, Same exact room. The only difference was that my chair was now a lounging chair and she was like laying down in that chair. So I was like, okay, whatever. I like looked at her when I woke up in my dream. I like looked at her and then I laid back down and I just closed my eyes in my dream. And I was like, okay, it doesn't matter. Then like I kept hearing, now I heard more footsteps. Again, throughout this whole dream, that's all I keep hearing is footsteps. So automatically I assumed, oh, it's my dog because it has to be my dog. Like, you know, my husband has to be in the room now and it's the dog walking around. So I woke up out of my dream, and now my husband was in bed with me, and I looked down and my dog was like, he lays down, he like just falls asleep. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen those scared goats, that like the goats that just like, they're like standing up and then all of a sudden they like, when you scare them, they freeze and then they tip over. That's kind of how my dog falls asleep, and it's pretty funny because he just looks like a tipped over dog. And I looked at him and he was laying on the floor, passed out. So I was like, okay, that's weird. Like, so then where the hell were the footsteps coming by? And so I was like, okay, that's random. So I was like, whatever, Marlena, you're just tripping again, just go to sleep. So again, I went and I laid back down, and now this time, mind you, it was like midnight. It was probably a little past midnight. It was probably like around like 1:30 or 2. And by this time my husband was in bed, and I was like, okay, whatever, just go to bed. So now this time I go to sleep and I dream the same lady. I'm still laying in the bed and I dream the same lady on the chair, and now my dog is laying down next to her, like on the chair. And my dog, when he lays down next to you, he like curls up and like right next to you. And she was laying there and the dog was right next to her, and she was like petting her. Now I remember I was laying there, I was looking at her, and all of a sudden I looked up like towards my closet and I seen this figure of a man. Like, it was just a dark figure, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, literally that's what I thought in my dream. Like, it scared the hell out of me, and I just like looked down again and I closed my eyes. I remember closing my eyes in my dream, and then the lady was petting my dog, and she's like, she was telling my dog, tell your mommy I saw that man too. Those are the exact words she said. So now I'm like freaking out, trying to make myself wake up, and I like wake up, it's dark as hell in my room. I look and my dog is still on the floor, and my husband's like curled up sleeping, and I'm like, I like close my eyes. Now I'm like freaking out, okay? So I'm like praying, and I start to pray because that's usually where I go when I get freaked out by shit that I do not understand. So I remember I started praying, and I was just like, I closed my eyes and I started praying. I started praying in real life, okay? I was awake now because it literally spooked the hell out of me. So I was just praying and just asking God, you know, take these dreams away. I know it was just a dream, take it away. Now it's about 4 in the morning. The last time I woke up when I seen the man, it was like 4 in the morning. I couldn't tell you what the man looked like. It was just a figure of a man. So, and I started to doze off. When I started to doze off in my dream, I seen myself again laying down, and everybody was gone. Like, the lady was gone, the man was gone, everybody was gone, and now it was just me and my husband and the dog laying in the room, which is kind of like the normal of what it is. So this is my dream still. And now I am still a little freaked out from earlier, but I start hearing noises in my living room and kitchen. So now I'm literally thinking somebody's breaking into my house. Like, somebody is like literally breaking into my house. Like, I could hear these noises that are still happening outside. And I was asleep probably for like 30 minutes, maybe even less, when I started dreaming that. And I remember I woke up and I like looked around again, and I was like, quit, like, stop playing these games with yourself. Like, Marlena, you're dreaming, it's just a dream. It's gonna be okay. So I was like, just go to sleep and stop having these dreams. Like I was trying to control myself, like telling myself, you know, just stop it. And I ended up dozing off again, and when I dozed off that time again and went back into the same dream, I was laying in bed with my husband and the dog, and I could still hear the noises out there. So in my dream, I finally like got up, and I was like, what the hell is going on? So when I got up, I went into the room, my very, very last room. That room I used to rent it to my I used to rent it out to my brother. So I went into that back room, and I was and I walked in, and it was him, his girlfriend, the 4 kids, and then there was a little baby girl, and I remember her, she looked exactly like my nieces did when they were babies. And my brother was just sitting there crying. He was like bawling his eyes out, and I was like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing here? Like, you don't live here anymore. And he was just like bawling his eyes out, and he was just saying, we'll just stay here for a little bit, we'll get the rooms that we used to have, and this and that. And I'm like, hold up, wait, what's going on? And he would just tell me, I can't do it anymore, I gave her the money and that was it. I don't know, he was just like rambling. I could not understand what the hell was going on. And I remember talking to him, I go, no, you can't move in here because I'm going to be renting out these bedrooms, and there's people, you know, I have new tenants coming in the next month, and you know, they already gave me their money and this and that. And he's like, please just let me stay here, I can't go back. And I was like, well, what the hell's going on? So now I know I'm dreaming, and I'm trying to figure out, like trying to tell myself in my dream, like change it and make it be like a joke, or like get out of that situation, trying to get myself out of that situation. And he was just like bawling and bawling, and I was like, what the fuck, like what's going on here? So I remember I was like, okay, you know, I can't do this right now. So I remember just leaving that room. I came back into my room, I closed the door, and I laid back down, and I was like, just go to sleep. And when I fall back to sleep, I ended up waking up in real life. I was like, what the hell? Now it's like 6 in the morning. So I was just like freaked out, like what the hell? Like last night was just crazy. And then so it's at 6 in the morning, so I'm like, okay, now I wake my husband up. I'm like, can you go into the living room? And I don't even know what I told him. I was like, go into the living room and give me something. I don't remember what it was, because I just wanted him to go out there and to make sure there was nobody there. But yeah, that was pretty crazy, pretty intense. I have never had a dream where I see myself dreaming a dream that I can't control. So it pretty freaked me out. And then not only that, but when I woke up the next morning, well, yesterday when I woke up, I realized my wrist hurts really, really bad. So if I push too much pressure on it this way, it hurts like right here. And my husband's like, I ended up telling my husband, because I didn't really feel it until like I actually applied pressure to my wrist. I think I tried to get up or something, and it just hurts. Like it still hurts a little bit, not as much as it did yesterday, but it was painful. So I remember like telling my husband, I was like, man, my wrist is killing me. And he started telling me about, there's this, I don't know, like verse in the Bible where it says that somebody fought with God in their dreams or something like that. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly or if I'm like totally messing up what he was telling me, but where the person fought with God, and he told me the chapter, he told me everything. Like my husband's really good at knowing where to find these stories, but this is kind of me telling you guys what I remember. So he's like something about they fought with God in their dreams, and then God made them dislocate something because they weren't listening or something. I don't know. So my husband's like, somebody's trying to tell you something, and you know, like, you know, maybe God's trying to tell you something. So I don't know. It was just, the whole situation spooked the hell out of me. And yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have random crazy dreams like that, or am I the only person? I usually do have crazy dreams that I can control. So if you guys want me to keep doing like random dream updates or like different dream stories, just let me know if you guys like this type of video. I just wanted to share that dream with you guys just because it did spook the hell out of me. But just let me know what you guys like and what you guys want to see. I have a couple of different things coming up that I do want to get out for you guys. So well, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Again, this is just my dream, my crazy ass dreams. I do tend to dream a lot more than the average person, so if you guys want to see any more of those videos, please let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.